Hello there. Before we dive into today's episode, I've got something game changing for you. If marketing your jewelry or product business feels like a full-time job, I made this just for you. It's 50 AI content prompts for jewelry makers, designers, and luxury product brands who want more sales and less stress. Inside, you're going to find ready-to-use prompts for ChatGPT that you can use for content and captions on Instagram, Pinterest, email, blog content, and so much more. It's all designed to help you create magnetic, money-making content in a fraction of the time. You're going to get 50 plug-and-play ChatGPT prompts that sound like you, not a robot, built-in strategies to attract high-value premium buyers, a bonus list of our favorite AI tools, and a sneak peek at something that we've been working on behind the scenes, Desire AI, your soon-to-be marketing assistant built specifically for jewelry and product brands. Whether you're writing captions, sales emails, or just trying to show up consistently online, are the shortcut you've been waiting for. Head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/prompts and download the prompts today. We'll also have a link in the show notes. Now, I am no stranger to this rodeo, and I know that so many of you have on your wish list that you want to hire a marketing assistant. Well, what if you could have a full-blown marketing team at your fingertips because you knew exactly how to train your AI to sound like you, to actually be up to date on the best practices of what's going on in marketing, and also to have a marketing and business strategist and coach in your back pocket. So anytime you wanted to launch a new collection, anytime you wanted to launch a new product, anytime you wanted to put yourself out there or create content for social media, there was literally no friction because you could literally ask your AI assistant to create the content for you. Hey there, it's Tracy Matthews here. I'm so excited to be here today. I've helped over 9,000 jewelry business owners launch, grow, and scale successful, thriving businesses using my marketing methodology called the Desired Brand Effect. And I'm excited to be here today on the show to talk about something that I am really passionate about, and you're going to hear why. So many of you have heard my story about how I've been in this process of reinvention. I know that as businesses change, as economies change, as the savviness of consumers change, that as a business owner, you have to change. And that's part of the reason why you've been hearing me talk a lot about reinvention, right? And I knew that if I wanted to get into a position where I was serving my customers in the best way, I would have to rethink how I was showing up for them, how I was coaching them, and how I was doing everything. And it's not that anything that I was doing before was not the right way. It's just times have evolved and we have so many more tools at our fingertips. And so as I've been through this process, I've been intentionally descaling my company, Flourish and Thrive Academy, so that I could reposition and restructure things so that I didn't have to be on this kind of roller coaster and treadmill doing all these launches over and over again. And also so that I could start doing a couple of things that were really near and dear to my heart, including my program, The Art of Reinvention, which is going great. We are in week 4 as I'm recording this, and I'm so excited about this. The students are getting great results. If you missed any of that, definitely go check it out. You can get on the wait list for our next cohort. It has been incredible. And I'm just so excited that I actually had the courage to do this and put myself out there in this way because it is really new. But one of the other things in this process that I've had to do was how could I be more efficient in my business, because I knew I was going to have to let some of my team members go if I wanted to get out of this treadmill of trying to keep the sales machine going so that I could keep paying my team their salary. And my team will be building again, and all of it's great. And we have an amazing team, a small and mighty team right now at Flourish and Thrive Academy. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is something very specific. Now, for the past 13 years, either I've been doing the copywriting or I've had a full-time copywriter and marketing strategist, someone in the marketing seat supporting me in some way, shape, or form. Really good marketers are extremely expensive to hire. And there's a reason for that. It's because they know how to position your brand in the right way so that it actually gets in front of your customers. And so I know this basically at my core. I wrote the book on it called The Desired Brand Effect, Stand Out in a Saturated Market with the Timeless Jewelry Brand. Great book for product business owners, for any jewelry business owners. In fact, I've had so many people come up to me and say, I don't even have a physical product to sell. And this book is literally changing my life right now. And so I know a thing or two about marketing, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because one of the things that I had to step into, which I never liked before, was leaning on AI tools to optimize the systems in my business and also to help me with my marketing, because I wasn't able to keep up with the capacity. And I've been trying a bunch of different things and trying to figure it out. And so I got really good at getting my AI tools to actually sound like me. And basically, instead of it being something that replaces a human, it actually has helped me speed up my results with the things that I'm doing in the business from a marketing standpoint significantly. Oh, there is my FU money alarm. We're just going to keep that in there right now. Anyway, and I'm sharing this because what if you could get your AI to do 80% of your marketing for you and have it sound like you, have it actually show up like you, and also be trained on the frameworks that are tried and true and known to sell. And I say that because if you've been following me for a while, you've taken any of my programs, you've heard me talk about the buyer's journey. And in that buyer's journey, there are stages of awareness. And if you don't understand how to use your content and everything that you're doing on social media and in your email marketing and in the outside world to get people to find you, right? I call this indoctrination, but we can use a different word if you'd like. But get in front of premium buyers, right, who are interested in your brand. Also turn them into customers and then build longevity and trust so that they turn into repeat buyers. That is the ultimate goal, because if you want to build a brand that's sustainable and lasts for the long haul, you need to, after the first time someone buys from you, which is why people who do in-person shows find it easy to do the in-person shows, because it's easy to get in front of someone if you know a thing or two about sales and sell them once. But it's a huge missed opportunity if you're missing the boat and not selling them again. And this is where your marketing comes in. And you don't even need to be super tech savvy to do this. It does require some technology, but also because I know that this is a need, and I know that our audience needed this so much, because for years, people were asking me, Tracy, can you just train VAs? Can you train marketing assistants that we can hire on a fractional level in our company, and you just pre-vet them? Well, I've played around with that idea for years, but then there's a liability to having an agency, and I'm not an agency owner, and I don't necessarily want to be one. Even though the idea was great, it was something that I never got off the ground. And so my thought process for the last year has been like, how can I support my community and be everywhere for people, me, without burning out, providing the most value possible for people to be able to ask me questions whenever they want, and also get my marketing brain on their business. I charge a lot of money to work with me. In fact, coaching packages, I charge $1,000 an hour for just one-off calls and so much more. And if you want to do a brand strategy with me, it's more than $5,000. My VIP days run anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000. And there's a reason for it. It's because I've got this marketing brain and it's really great. And I've been doing everything that I can to support our industry for so long. And what I found is that people who aren't natural marketers get overwhelmed learning concepts that end up being almost outside of the scope of what they understand, because you signed up to become a maker or to design jewelry or to sell a physical product or whatever it might be. You didn't necessarily, when you started your company, want to be a professional marketer. But the truth of the matter is that you must learn how to market your brand in order to grow your sales. And so this has been in the back of my mind for a very long time. And I started training this AI tool to use in my business based on all the frameworks and philosophies that I use and I teach you guys. And I'm really excited about this. I'm going to share with you kind of how to do it yourself if you want to, but you'd have to come up with the frameworks and the messaging and all that stuff. Or there's an opportunity, which you probably heard me talking about if you've been listening on social media, or if you hit this right as the episode launch, we're probably running our pre-roll and post-roll ads for this, is our new AI toolkit, which is called Desire AI, which we're going to be releasing in a few short weeks. And we're going to be bringing on a beta group. And I'm so excited about this because this is going to change your business for freaking ever. You can either figure out how to do this on your own, or you can just let me train it for you and keep updating it and making it better. And then you don't even have to think about it. You can plug in an idea and it will spit out a social media caption, a good one, and help you continue going. It will write your email sequences for you. It will plan your launches for you. It will tell you exactly what to say and do in your launch emails. It's going to show you how to create all the things, all the marketing assets that you need. And as we roll out more tools in this toolkit, it's also going to have your business strategist and your business coach, aka me. We're going to have mindset tools. Like basically, you can literally have almost like a full team of assistants behind the scenes and a mentor and everything that you need. Now, this doesn't necessarily replace the programs that I teach in the sense that there does have to be some sort of understanding. And if you're very savvy at marketing, you could probably figure your way around it. But if you're very new to marketing, having this as a companion to some of the programs that we offer at Flourish and Thrive Academy are a great opportunity. And we're going to be doing some really amazing work and some amazing things with our programs coming up in the coming months, which we're going to be sharing with you. But I'm mentioning this because this has been something that I am so excited about and so passionate about. And it's basically like my 30 years of experience, the wisdom that I have in growing businesses packaged into something that is like super affordable. And so if you want to learn about it, get on the wait list, head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/desire AI. This might be open for enrollment by the time you get there. The early adopters are going to get this at such a low price point. We're going to be offering it to buy for a full year at an extremely low price point. And there's a reason for that because we are looking for beta testers to help us optimize and improve the tool as we go. You know, I can use it and it's working great for me, but I want to see how it's working for other people too. So that's the benefit of getting in early. And then you get grandfathered in for this version that we're doing at that low price point. And we'll eventually roll it out so that it can have just a monthly fee or quarterly fee. We haven't quite decided yet, but the price is going to be significantly higher later on. We'll still be extremely affordable, but what we're releasing the beta for is like so affordable. It's insane. I'm questioning if I'm doing it way too low, but we definitely want to get a good group in there and to be able to be able to get feedback from people who are experienced marketers who want to play around with the tool and help us improve it. So if that's you or you're in our community already, please reach out to me on social media and let's talk about it, or just get on the wait list. And please pay attention to your email because we're going to be dropping it very soon, like really soon, like maybe even this week. So pay attention. Pay attention. Anyway, AI tools are amazing. And there's so many out there, right? And there's so many out there that can do different things and all the things. AI isn't here to replace humans. It is here to amplify you. It's here to support you. It's here to like make everything work faster and better so that you can get more done. This morning alone, I wrote a full landing page. I created an offer suite, meaning like, okay, so I'm going to offer a download for this episode that is 50 ChatGPT prompts. What did I call it? 50 ChatGPT prompts for content for jewelry makers, designers, product brands who want more sales and less stress. And so these are the ChatGPT prompts that we are using in one way, shape, or form. These are very simplified prompts because I don't want to overwhelm you with all the inputs and everything. And this is all about you getting results without sacrificing your creativity, quality, or connection. So you can download that. For instance, created a whole landing page, created an email sequence follow-up, created the entire download in like an hour. And normally this would take me almost 2 days to create without this tool that I've created. And so I'm sharing that is because like the idea came from me, the content came from me, everything that I did, I just told it what I needed, it formatted it, it created it, I sent it over to my graphic designer, they turned it into something beautiful. We have the landing pages, we have the emails, I go in and clean them up, and then it's good to go. And when you train it to sound like you, and it's actually good copy, like the early days of ChatGPT were terrible because it was like everything was like sparkly language and, you know, these like it was cheesy, right? It was like super cheesy copy and you could totally tell that it was written by AI. Now, when it's programmed properly and you're using the right content frameworks, you can't tell. And like one of the things that we've really done is we've gone through and literally scoured the internet for good examples and bad examples of content so that when you're creating content for your business, it will match your voice because of the basically templates that we're giving you to help you match your voice. and also be structured in a way that's working now, that's getting people to follow and engagement and so much more. So a lot of people are worried that AI is taking over a bunch of jobs. And what AI is here to do is to help people get more output in their jobs. And so I've been the main marketer for Flourish and Thrive. I've had copywriters, I've had other people support me in the marketing, but I've still been the primary marketer in this business. And what this is really helping me do is get a lot more done in a very short period of time. And it's also helping my team be more efficient. Like I'm teaching them how to use it. Victoria on my team, who does like all of the behind the scenes tech and everything, she's using it to help her with her project management workflows, to help her with the technology, to help her, really streamline her systems and processes. We're using it to develop and create show notes and optimize keywords for the podcast. Like there's just so many things that you can do. Optimize your website, write your about page copy, like all of these things within the right structure when you have the core values and everything that you stand for, and you know exactly how to program it so it sounds like you. And I have some really amazing hacks that I use that have sped up this process significantly, which I'll talk about later. The other thing too is like, you're the artist, you're the visionary, you're the person behind the business. Like AI can't replicate creativity. You are the creative in the business. All it can do is help you bring your ideas to life faster. And the best part about it is that when you use this in the right way, like all of you who don't like social media because you don't know how to use it, I've been seeing what you're doing because I started a boost group. And it's no offense, I love you all so much, but the stuff you're posting is not getting out there because it's not great content. And what we want to teach you is how to develop great content that can get in front of your buyers, get in front of your people. And that requires you not only to have great videos, it also requires you to have great captions and keywords in your post so that it can get in front of the people who want to hear from you. And we're going to help you. If you want to join Desire AI, we're going to help you with that. And if you want to learn just a little bit more about my thinking process on how I've programmed mine, I'm going to share that with you as well. And the most important part of this, which I've kind of teased at, is that you need to know your brand. You need to know your voice. You need to know your values. You need to know everything that you stand for. AI just speeds up how you express it and how you implement it. I want you to think of this as a paintbrush. You are the artist. You're the person who is creating the canvas, right? A brush can't create a painting without the artist. So it's just going to help you move faster. It's going to help you move with more precision and get a lot more done. So here is how I trained my AI. Actually, Jason helped me with it. I have to be honest, I'm not like a techie person, but it's super simple and you can find instructions online if you want to create your own or just lean into mine since it's already trained. So the first thing, one of the ways that you can do this is just by creating a custom chat. There's different ways to configure it, and it really depends on who you are and your advanced level of programming. And so you just go to chatgpt.com/create. You do need a paid account for this, and you can create your own custom chat. And there's instructions, and you could find the instructions on how to do the technical part about this. The problem is that basic ChatGPT just wasn't cutting it. Wasn't really working for brands who didn't know how to utilize the platform. So one of the things that I was spending a ton of time on was trying to come up with ideas. Like I had so many ideas on the back burner. And when I was feeling super burnt out, I couldn't think of anything. And so I use my chat tool as not only a brainstorming tool, but I've also programmed my specific version in it on my stories and different things that I can use to help it come up with ideas super quickly for me. And it started saving so much time. Now, when you start feeding it your marketing content, like stuff that's worked, so emails, you program it with emails that have already worked, or you program it with content that's already worked, and you understand your customer psychology and all those things, and you can train it on your tone of voice, it works really well. This is exactly what I did. So what I started doing is I started uploading my frameworks for marketing, the caption formulas, the copy formulas, the authority frameworks, my hooks, all of the customer psychology, what I know about buying habits, how to capture your tone of voice. I have a hack for this, and all of the different brand prompts that I've created over the years. I started training it on that. And then this is how I created this custom ChatGPT tool, because it's pre-trained on the strategies that have actually worked for me and all these other product-based businesses over the years. But it takes the manual part out of it. Like, okay, here's the caption. Now I have to think about what to write. Here's the formula. Here's the storytelling framework. I have to think about what to put in that thing instead of just saying like, I need a story-driven post. Here is the idea behind it. Now, here's my story. Now go create it in my voice. And then it just spits it out in a minute instead of you having to think about it. And one of my favorite hacks for doing this is actually recording yourself in a voice to text transcription. So you can share the story that you want to share. You can share the behind the scenes and just talk, because everyone knows how to talk, right? And anyone who's jumping into Desire AI, I'm going to give you the framework that I use to actually talk into your voice to transcription tool. There's Audio Pen, there is Otter AI. You can also do this in your Notes app on your iPhone and just turn the voice to text thing on. Just start narrating, and then you drop that into your custom chat and then use that as a tool to basically do what you need to do. And one of the things that has been super duper helpful with this is when, for instance, I just mentioned that I created this 50 chat GPT prompts that you can use to prompt for your social media. These are much simpler prompts. I decided to not get into the weeds about this. And if you want to download this, you can head on over to the episode show notes, and there's a link there that you can download straight from the show notes or the blog post that we have for this. But I didn't want to go too in the weeds because then it gets confusing. So I gave you like super basic prompts that you can start using that as a tool. And one of the ways that I did this, I had a more detailed prompt, and this is something that comes with Desire AI, that basically said, okay, here's what I want to do. This is what I want to create. Now, here are the steps I need to take. Let's walk through each of these steps together. And so it created a landing page for me. Then it created the resource. And then I went through and cleaned it up, right? Then it created the emails after I told them what I wanted the emails to do based on my follow-up frameworks for email strategies. And so also another thing that has been super helpful is using the Desire AI tool that I've been doing is just dropping existing automations inside there to clean them up. Like, so for instance, if you had an email sequence that you had on your website and you wanted to make it better, that's also something that when your AI is trained right, it can do. So here is a secret to making AI sound like you. And this is where most people get frustrated. This is where most people get really bad results. This is why it sounds off-brand. You need to train it with examples of how you write, how you speak, who your customers are, what they actually value. Basically, ideally, if you can, case studies, profiles, or testimonials of existing customers who've purchased from you more than once to get their brand voice. I've mentioned this before, but one of my favorite hacks is doing voice of customer research. And so you can use this to create your core brand stories and also include 2 to 3 on-brand writing samples to build tone prompts inside of the app. But more than anything is when you do that voice of customer research, one of the easiest ways to do that is to do market research interviews with previous customers. Record those, upload them to the chat, to your whatever it is that you're training, and then that starts to transcribe, because anyone who you have basically worked with before, there's more people like them. And we don't want to worry about, what we're really focused on are the premium buyers. And when I think of premium buyers, these are the people who buy from you more than once. Like Chelsea is a genius at building brand loyalty around her brand and getting people excited about it. But it's really a skill and a gift and like a refinement process to understand, okay, what is it? What are the reasons? I don't like to say the problems that we're solving with jewelry, because we're not technically solving problems. What we're doing is making people feel a certain way. We're making them maybe solving the problem of, like, if you have like day to evening jewelry or things that can be worn all the time, that people don't really have to think about what they're wearing. It also can be a sentimental meaning. So whatever your jewelry is like really getting to the bottom of that, of what people want from you and what makes your brand different. And this is exactly how our Laying the Foundation program has been designed to help you dig into that. And then one of the things that I really want to mention is this is not about replacing your voice. It's about replicating who you are so you can show up more often and more consistently. So if you've done some content that has really taken off, or you created videos or anything that have really taken off, like those types of things, make sure that you are sharing that with other people, because that's going to change everything for you. And it's also going to be something that you can replicate over and over again. I've really been studying how some of these top brands create viral video content, get in front of more people to grow their business. Someone who's done this really well is Natalie Ellis of Boss Babes. And that's a different kind of business because it's not a jewelry type of business. But the reason why her content has been so amazing is because she has this viral video framework, and your videos don't need to go viral in order for you to attract new followers. But the idea behind it is that you find other people in your niche doing or getting really amazing results from their content. You see pieces of content that they've created, and then you replicate what they've done for your brand and your voice. And this is why it works so well, right? So for instance, if I'm going to get inspiration, like there's a couple of people that I go and get inspiration from, and then I'm like, okay, well, my messaging is this, and the content that I have is this. It's not the same as what they're doing, but here's how I can replicate that. And so we're training this AI to do that. And if you want to train your own AI, that is my best recommendation for you, is to do it that way. So I want to share a couple of ways that I'm using AI to just speed up everything that I'm doing right now. I'm using it to speed up launching a new product because it just literally like whips out sales sequences in a second. And it's not that you would literally take exactly what it writes. You have to rewrite it and clean it up and stuff like that because it takes like 5 seconds for the emails to spit out. You have to talk to it and work with it a little bit more. But something that would have taken me days before is now taking me an hour. It's crazy. Not sure what to post on Instagram. Using the frameworks that we teach, you can literally train your AI to follow content pillars or content. Basically, I don't like to call them content pillars, but it's like types of content that can spit out a whole content calendar for you quickly and give you a bunch of reels ideas that you can use. And then you can start catering them to your niche. This is why the JMC is so awesome, because Chelsea's always supporting you with that. This can help you with writing product descriptions. We are training the AI that we are doing to write epic product descriptions that are keyword rich, so that when you're not worried about SEO, so that you can literally like have inspiration and write product descriptions based on like what it is that you're creating that's going to help pick up your website search or help pick up your website in AI searches, which is huge right now. It's also helped me planning podcasts. I actually planned this podcast using my AI tool. I dropped in, I said I wanted to record a podcast about Desire AI, but I also want to provide some value with how to program your AI so that you know, and so that people can do that. And it created an outline for me. And it's been great. I told it exactly what I wanted to do and the outcome. If you're feeling stuck creatively, you can use a trained AI tool to brainstorm ideas with you. This is a very overlooked thing that you can use it for. Talk to it like, hey, I'm really stuck right now. I'm not sure what to post on social, or I'm really stuck right now. I'm not sure what to email my list. Have a conversation with it about it. Like, what are your goals and objectives? More than anything, like one of the things that you can also train it, or this is a little bit harder. What I'm training Desire AI to do is to be literally me at your fingertips. So you have a question about your business. We're going to feed it with all of our frameworks, everything that we've done over the past 13 years that I know as a business coach. And you have a question about something in your business, it's going to get an answer that I would give. And that's really powerful. So if you could train your AI to be your business coach, like that's another thing that you can do. And so if you want help doing any of this, I would love to invite you to get on the wait list for Desire AI. And I'm going to share with you a little bit more about how to do that later. There's also a link in the show notes. We are going to be launching this for a ridiculous beta price for the first small group of users. So if you want to get in on that before we significantly increase the price, jump in now, because you won't regret it. Promise me on that. So I want to share a little bit more about the mindset shift that I needed to take that changed everything for me. So last summer, I started using some AI tools, and then I had all these Chat GPT subscriptions, and I wasn't really using them because the output was so bad. Last summer, I met a woman named Callan Faulkner, and I took a program from her about AI and training your business. Now, I got a little bit overwhelmed because it was very in-depth. And I think because of who I am, I'm not as much operations minded. So my team took over the operations part with automation and started optimizing our business on the inside. But then she gave me this one hack because I was really struggling. I wanted to be able to support business owners with brand strategy audits and stuff like that, to basically train an AI tool on my methodology to help with these brand strategy audits. So I would have my customers fill out this questionnaire, I would feed it into this tool that I created in an app called Claude, and it would give me suggestions on how to improve their brand. I would work with them for a couple of weeks, help them optimize things, and help them with their strategy on top of my zone of genius. So this wasn't all AI driven. This is all based on my methodology and using their content, but helping to speed up what I was doing. Because as you can imagine, like as a creative and as someone who is doing a lot in their business, it can be literally like suck all your creativity out to think like on power that much. So like I use this tool as a brainstorming tool, and I was able to like actually significantly help so many different business owners with these brand strategy audits. I decided to stop doing them because they were still too time consuming, even with the AI, but they were getting people great results, almost too good of results in the sense that there was so much information that they could do that it was like overwhelming. So I wanted to turn this into something that could be really useful. Then that got me thinking, like, how could I use some of these tools to help me not only with my marketing, but with some of the other things? And also, how can I train people in my community to do this? I needed to take a step back for a minute. So I put it all on the back burner for a couple of months while I was launching my program, The Art of Reinvention. And then it came to me because I started training this tool. And someone asked me again, would you guys consider training marketing VAs and like how it like basically having a marketing VA company where I could come in and train the VAs to do the marketing for me? And I was like, no, that's just not what we want to do. But what if there was another way I could do this? And so then I was in another program and they had a similar type of tool that I was using for my own business. And I was like, and it clicked. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to create Desire AI that's like trained like Tracy on your marketing and share it with the community. And so that's the inspiration behind why I created this. And my main objective here is you can definitely train your own AI tool if you want to spend hours doing it. Or you can jump in on this, test it out, give it a test drive, and speed up your marketing really quickly. Because to me, I just want to help as many people as possible and help you get great results so that you're actually marketing and that your business is growing and you're selling and you're understanding, like, how do I build my email list from social media? How am I going to really get in front of people that don't know me yet? And that's basically everything that we're doing here. And so as a creative business owner, if you're someone who's been burnt out on marketing and or burnt by a business coach or whatever it is, and you really want to get great results, then here is your invitation. I hope this episode really gives you some hope about the future of marketing and how you can use some of these AI tools to really move more quickly and step into who you're supposed to be. Also, you don't have to be an expert in everything. And this is really one of the things that this tool, Desire AI, is going to support you in is, this can be your marketing expert and you can ask it questions and it will get you the results that you want. So hopefully this will become your new secret weapon. If not, no big deal. Train your own AI. Trust me, this is going to change your life. And we're going to be adding so many other features as we get the beta group in and we start really building this model and getting feedback on it and all the things. So I'm so excited about it. If you want to learn more, head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/Desire AI. I'm so excited for you in any way to be using AI to speed up your business and really grow in a way that feels sustainable and awesome for you. All right, ciao for now. Have an awesome day. If today's episode reminded you how much you have on your plate as a jewelry or product-based founder, here's something that's going to change everything for you. Imagine if your content, emails, and launch strategy for your collections could literally be done in minutes and still sound like you. What if you could plan your weeks and months and know exactly what you should be doing to reach your goals? Well, that's why I built Desire AI, and that's what I built it to do. It's your 24/7 marketing assistant and business coach, trained to speak in your voice, write like your brand, and help you show up consistently without the burnout. Whether you're writing product drop emails or mapping out your next launch or trying to post on Instagram at 10 p.m., Desire AI is right there with you. If you have a burning question about your jewelry business or what to do, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you need an instant answer, well, guess what? Desire AI is for you. This AI tool is going to be a game changer for your business. And I would love to invite you to get on the wait list right now. Head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/Desire AI. We are going to be releasing very soon a very limited number of seats to this game-changing tool that is literally going to revolutionize the jewelry industry and the product industry. So whether you have a luxe product, you're selling another physical product or handmade goods, or you sell jewelry, this will change your life. Your brand deserves to be seen, sought after, and selling daily without costing you your time or your voice. Get on the wait list now.